The video has now gone viral. A campground employee in Oktibbeha County displaying a gun while telling a couple and their dog they had to leave the property.
Our Cash Matlock sat down with the Richardsons today. He joins us in the studio now with more on what happened. Cash?
Well, for most people, Memorial Day weekend is a time of quiet reflection and relaxation with their families. However, that wasn't the case for this Starkville couple.
You can feel the intent behind it, you know, and so I felt it. I felt the heat from it. I felt it in her eyes. I knew exactly what it was.
Jessica Richardson says she and her husband were looking to spend the holiday weekend picnicking with their dog, possibly even renting a cabin. She says they Googled a nearby Campgrounds of America location and decided to drive there. And that's when things took a turn for the worse.
She jumped out and the gun was pointed at me, my husband, and our dog. It was just pointing at us. And one finger was on the trigger, the other finger was on the,
on the lever.
On the lever of the revolver.
Richardson says that's when she pulled out her cell phone. The woman holding the gun identified herself as the property manager, but her choice of words were less than professional.
She was just like, get, you don't belong here, you don't belong here, you don't belong here.
Richardson says the confrontation was shocking.
Time stopped, everything stopped.
Yeah, I was confused with what was going on.
Right.
Because, I mean, we ain't like we were posed a threat to anybody. We're out there walking our dog. I mean, There's nothing harmful about that.
The fact that she used get like we were a dog. You know, you say get to a stray dog that's on your porch. And that get got to me more than you don't belong here.
On the way out, they spoke to another campground employee outside of the office who turned out to be the woman's husband.
So I get out, start talking to him, and he says, first thing he says, oh no, you don't need a reservation for the lake. And then she pulls up, flying, when she flies, pulling up, hops out the car, and then proceeded to yell at my wife.
Get in the car, get in the car.
Yeah, get in the car, you need to get back in the car, and like cussing her out, and she's not even saying anything.
With signs at the front entrance and two different stories from employees, the Richardsons were confused, horrified, and disappointed. The Army National Guard sergeant recently returned home from a 9-month deployment in the Middle East.
It's kind of crazy. You go over there, don't have a gun pointed at you, and come back here, and the first thing happens, you have a gun pointed at you. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about.
Well, we reached out to the corporate KOA office, and they released this statement to us. Quote, Campgrounds of America does not condone the use of a firearm in any manner on our properties or those owned and operated by our franchises. The employee involved in the incident has been relieved of her duties at the Starkville KOA, end quote.